For many years, citizens from all walks of life have worked to protect Oak Flat, a sacred ecological and recreational haven east of Superior, Arizona, from a possible destructive underground copper mine by Resolution Copper. Resolution Copper is co-owned by Rio Tinto and BHP. The following is a list of demands from citizens across Arizona to BHP's Board of Directors.
My name is Sandy Barr, and I'm the chapter director for Sierra Club's Grand Canyon chapter. Arizona has been my home for more than 30 years, and during that time, I've spent a great deal of time out on our public lands, including the Tonto National Forest and in the area of Oak Flat and the Oak Flat campground. And I'm simply outraged that the proposed Resolution Copper mine would be allowed to destroy Oak Flat, to create this massive crater in the ground where Oak Flat is currently, and to destroy an area that is sacred to Indigenous people, an area that is important for wildlife and wildlife habitat, an area that is important for recreation, and an area that is just generally unique on the Tonto National Forest. So I am going to do everything that I can to stop this destructive Resolution Copper mine and to save Oak Flat.
Hi, I'm Don Stoiter. I'm the Conservation Chair for the Grand Canyon chapter of the Sierra Club. This mine project proposed near the town of Superior is too big and too invasive for our beloved Tonto National Forest. It's so large, the subsidence area, as predicted, could easily consume the Eiffel Tower. It would use so much water that some of the other water users that have been planning to use that water near the well field would be denied their water use in the decades going ahead. The tailings waste from this mine would cover the city of Phoenix by 6 feet. It's obvious to us that BHP and Rio Tinto are having a difficult time coming up with a responsible mining plan of operations and an adequate environmental impact statement. In fact, the final EIS has been rescinded by this current administration. The Sierra Club recommends that BHP and Rio Tinto abandon this project and look for other options. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Henry C. Munoz. I was born and raised in Superior, Arizona. I am presently the chairman of Concerned Citizens Retired Miners Coalition of Superior, Arizona. I have 23 years of mining experience, 10 here in Superior at Magma Copper Company, and the other 13 at San Manuel, Arizona, doing the block cave mining system. I've been on the town council for 3 terms, so I know about industry in our community. Block cave mining has never been done at 7,000 feet before anywhere in the world. One only needs to look at the failures in Mongolia and the cost overruns that occurred over there. Water, we are in a 22-year drought. The mine projects will use over 700,000 acre feet over the prolonged period of the project. The Colorado River supplies water for 40 million people, and it's now in jeopardy. The town of Superior is better focused on recreation than mining. We must also protect the sacred Native American religious rights of the natives. We must also protect Oak Flats from the destruction that's going to occur. I just hope that you guys consider this decision and stop the project in itself as due to the destruction to our environment. Thank you very much.
I am Sylvia Barrett, a member of Concerned Citizens and Retired Miners Coalition. I have deep ties to the town of Superior. My father, several aunts and uncles were born in Superior, as were many of us, our children, grandchildren, and now great-grandchildren who now live there. I was one of the first 7 women hired to work full-time underground in what was known as Magma Copper, which is now the location for your Resolution Copper mine. After Magma Copper closed, I eventually wound up in Queen Creek, Arizona. It is 5 minutes away to Santan Valley. The Santan Valley area is where Resolution is planning to put its loadout facility. Look at this closely. No pipeline of that size with the amount of concentrate is safe from rupture. Eventually there will be a spill. It is also the area where Resolution will be drilling wells for water needed for their mining operations. It is known as desert wells. What are the farmers as well as us citizens supposed to do without clean water? Arizona is in over 20 years of drought. Arizona cannot afford to use our precious resource, water, for a destructive mine. Also, their mine tailings will not have a liner, not that they last forever, to stop ground and aquifer contamination. You are asking that we be fine with a 2-mile wide by 1,000 foot deep crater and a mine that will use a huge amount of water and forever make that land unusable. I implore that you look at your studies and our studies, and I think you will find that the mine is not feasible. It is experimental, nothing is for sure, and stockholders will eventually see that their investment was not in their best interest.
Hello, I'm Orlando M. Perea, P-E-R-E-A, and I'm a concerned citizen of Superior and the retired miners of Superior. I spent 24 years underground from magma, 3 years in San Manuel, and 21 years here in Superior. I know the ins and outs because I worked the block caving system in San Manuel, and I know the destruction they're going to cause here to the Oak Flats. Not counting the water they're going to use to mine this area, which is a valuable commodity here in Superior because we're in the desert. We are asking Resolution Company to abandon this mine here because of the water and the destruction to the land. Apart from mining underground in San Manuel and Superior, I worked 17 years in the open pit for a circle. So I have a total of 41 years of mining experience underground and surface. I know what I'm talking about because I've seen the destruction of the open pits, and it would happen here in the Oak Flats where we don't need it. Take consideration of the destruction of the water and the Oak Flats. We cannot accommodate all that into one place and not destroy it.
I'm Roger Featherstone, Director of the Arizona Mine Reform Coalition. We demand that BHP withdraw from the Resolution Copper Mine project. BHP and Rio Tinto are planning to destroy Oak Flat, which is sacred to Native Americans and is an ecological and recreational haven. Resolution Copper's plan to destroy Oak Flat will fail. Destroying Oak Flat is beyond reason. After your majority partner, Rio Tinto, blew up the sacred rock shelters at Yukon Gorge, you promised never to do it again. You would suck our water dry to export unfinished concentrate abroad during a decades-long drought. You would devastate a people's culture and religion. You would destroy a valley with a mountain of toxic tailings that would cover the city of London 5 feet deep. The project would use 250 billion gallons of water we cannot spare for this failed experiment. You would deprive Arizona of $500 million of revenue earmarked for educating our future students. When BHP got involved in this destructive project, it turned its back on viable mining operations it owns in Arizona.
I'm Randy Seraglio from the Center for Biological Diversity, and I'm here to talk about Oak Flat, and in particular BHP's involvement in this project. I'm not really sure why BHP would want to hitch its cart to this dead horse. The prototype for this project over in Mongolia has been a total disaster for Rio Tinto, and here they are, asking us to sacrifice our water supply, sacrifice indigenous sacred sites, sacrifice our precious public lands with incredible recreational opportunities and scenic vistas that are such a huge part of our economy already for this failed experiment. There's absolutely no reason for BHP to be involved in this project. And, we're being asked by these mining companies to make these sacrifices, but we're not going to do it. We're going to fight this with everything we have. And we demand that BHP pull out of this project as soon as it can, as soon as possible. This is a failed experiment, and there's no reason to be involved in it.